There are several different situations that you can encounter while racing or just sailing. We're going to cover most of them, so our objective for today is to figure out what to do during separate situations when there's both beside each other, in front of each other, and stuff like that. We're going to start off with terms and parts of the boat. So if we have a boat, measure my boat, that's your bird's eye view. Can anyone tell me what the right side of the boat is?
I can tell you the left side.
What's the left side?
The port.
Good job. So this side's the port. And the right side is the starboard. Okay? The back is the stern, but you don't really need to know that. So,
The what?
the stern.
Oh.
It's the back of the boat. So, port is what?
Left. Left.
Good job. And starboard?
Right
Right.
side.
Alright, good job. So while you're sailing, say the wind is coming from up here. If you're going this way, your sails are going to be out like this. And this side is facing the wind. What side is this again?
The port.
Right. So if the wind is coming from your port side, you're on a port tack, okay? Does that make sense? And if you're going this way, your sails are out like this. And what side is this?
Starboard.
Right. And if that's facing, what kind of tack are you on?
Starboard.
Right. So this is a port tack and this is a starboard tack. Okay. Does everyone understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. This is more tricky, but does anyone know what leeward or windward means?
Is that like into or against them?
Yeah. Good job. So if your wind is coming from like the top, and this is your boat right here, if you're going into the wind, you're going upwind. Can anyone guess what that is? Is it windward or leeward? Just take a guess.
Leeward.
No, it's windward. Troubleshooting. Good job.
I didn't remember.
It's alright. So if you're going into the wind, it's windward, and if you're going away, you're going downwind or leeward. Okay? So, for example, if you're racing, you're going to have two markers, like buoys that you have to go around. You're going to go up and then down, like so. And if you're going to this marker, which marker do you think that is? Is it the windward or the leeward?
The windward.
Right, so this is your windward, and this is your leeward. Okay, so just remember that. So, we'll write this in red. So what is leeward?
Downward.
Going away from the wind, right? Or
Would that be
with
the
the
same
wind.
as going with the wind?
Yeah. And what is windward?
It's against the wind, upward.
Right. Alright, good job. We talked about how there's two different tacks. How there's a port tack and a starboard tack. So when you switched tacks, what is that called? When you like put your front of the boat, if you're going this way, and you turn to go this way, what is that called? You're changing tacks, it's called tacking. If you're going sideways, it'll catch the wind and it'll push you forward. And if you're trying to go this way, you gotta catch it and then catch it like that. When the wind's behind you, you can let your sail all the way out, but then you can't do it with this. And it'll just catch it and it'll push you. Okay. Like this boat right here, you see that?
Yeah.
They're going downwind. Great, good job. So tacking is when you change tacks.
And tack is like a word for direction.
Yeah, pretty much. So you have port, starboard, leeward, windward, and tacking. Alright? So those are your main terms that you need to know. What right of way is. What's right of way?
Whichever boat.
The boat that has the least advantage.
Boat that doesn't have to give way. Okay, as far as rules go, if you have a marker here and a marker here, say this is where your starting line is, okay? So this is your starting line, and you have to tack to go up and then go back down, right? So if you go into the windward, if you go into the windward marker, and you have two boats, one's going this way, and it's going in, and another boat's going this way, it's going in, like that. So this boat would be on, this is his starboard side, that's his port side. So the boat on starboard tack has right of way, okay? So this boat has right of way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Another example would be if you have two boats and they're both going in the same direction, like this, like so. So they both are on starboard tack, right? Because they're both, the one's going on their starboard side. Does that make sense? Then in this case, the boat that's closer to the wind, which would be this boat, has to give way to the boat that's closer, like that's not as close to the wind. So this boat would be leeward and this boat would be windward. So in like definition terms, the boat that's windward has to give way to the boat that's leeward. Does that make sense? So the boat that has less of an advantage, which would be this boat, has right of way over this boat. Okay. So in a situation where two boats overlap, the boat that is windward has to give way. Okay? Any questions? Alright, good. Another situation that you could have is this boat could come and be up front and be in front of this boat right here. Okay, then it changes. So this boat used to have right of way. Now that the boat that's in front, the boat in front always has right of way. So this boat can't like run into it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like that, this boat either has to go windward around him or leeward around him, and then go around. But this boat's in front now, so the boat that's in front has right of way to the one that's astern. Good job. One last situation that we would have is if you had two boats, and they're both going this way, and they're both up here, okay? And this boat needs to tack to get one more tack to get around, because you can't like cut the buoy. You always have to go around the right side of the buoy, the marker. If this boat is turning into it, it's now on port side, but a boat that's tacking has to give way to the boats that aren't tacking. So if you're tacking, like you have to like, give way or go around or dip down so you don't hit the other boat. So you have to avoid collisions at all costs, alright? So what would be a good definition of that? Boats that are tacking have to what?
Give way to the boats that are not tacking.
Job. Okay. So that's basically your 4 main rules of the road. Just make sure you guys remember those because I'm going to ask you guys to do something soon. Just some special cases. If, like, no matter if you have right of way or not, you have to give, you have to avoid collisions at all costs, so you can't just, like, run into someone even if you have right of way. Okay, and you have to make sure that if you don't have right of way and you like suddenly get it, like I showed example up here, like the guy was windward and then he was in front, so he had right of way. He has to give the boat that now does not have right of way time to like avoid you and not run into you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw some examples up here, and you guys have to tell me which boat has right of way. Think you're ready? Okay. So the wind's coming from up here. You have a boat. It's going this way. You have a boat that's going this way. So this guy's on starboard tack. This guy's on port tack. This is port side. And they're coming into each other. Sammy, which one has right of way? Circle it. Well, look at this. Hold on.
Wow.
You can read our rules.
Okay.
So this guy's on starboard and this guy's
Yeah.
on port. Which one is right away?
This one.
Good job. That's correct, because this boat's on starboard tack and he always has right away. Another example, without looking at the rules. So you try if you can do this. If you have a boat that's in front of the other, your sails are out like this. They're both on starboard tack. And then Brandon, which one has right of way?
The one in front.
So the last one that I can think of, it's a good example, is if you have a boat that's right here, a boat that's right here, they're both on starboard tack but they're like beside each other, which one has right of way? Trevor. Because you're
What?
closer to the wind, so
Oh, so the one on the far right would be...
this one?
Yeah, that would have...
Good job, that's right. Alright, so if we have a boat that, bird's eye view, what, Trevor, come up and label this side. What's the right side?
Oh. Snowboard.
Good job. And Sammy, the left side? Good job. And Brandon, so you get the tricky one. What's the back call?
So I'm the best student, that's why.
There you go. Good job. What's that? Alright. Good job. And then finally, if you have the wind, if you have the wind coming from up here, and this is your boat, what is going towards wind?
Windward.
Good job. Alright, and if you're going downwind, what does that mean?
Leeward.
Good job.
I did it. Yeah, teach. Yeah, teach. I'm a wild boy.
Oh!